Drug bust. A recent cruiser sailed from Galveston, Texas to Mexico and came back to the United States thinking he could bring some of the goods. I'm just going to sneak it in the bag. I'm going to walk by security acting like I don't have anything. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. The Customs and Border Patrol said, hey, come here. We got to check out what you got. I'll share with you on the show today what they found and what cruise line and what ship was it. Could it be Carnival? Is this one of those Carnival cruisers causing trouble? We'll talk about it on the show today. We're also talking about dry docks. A long cruise, 29 days across the world, and Norwegian Cruise Line implementing and getting strict on chair hogs. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. Happy April 22nd, Islanders. I hope that you're having a great day. Thank you for stopping by the show. We're on Island Time. I'm your host, Derek. Let's drop our anchors and get down with some time in the islands while we catch up on the cruise news for the day. We're going to talk about all kinds of different things in cruise news, but first I want to thank you for this. 32,000 subscribers. Mind-blowing, 32,000. I appreciate all of you so much. Amanda and I both do. 32 is my lucky number. How cool would it be by the end of the day if we had 32,032 subscribers? You could make that happen. If you're not subscribed yet to this awesome community, be sure you do so before you leave the show today. That's your homework. Let's catch up on cruise news. There's a lot going on, including a big drug bust. A passenger thinking they could cruise from Galveston, Texas. They could visit Mexico. They didn't go to the beach. They didn't go snorkel. No Mr. Sancho's. No Paradise. No Noche Cocum. No. No, I just want the drugs. I want to go to Mexico to get the drugs. And I'm going to come back. That's exactly what they did. And the Customs and Border Patrol there in Galveston, probably some of the best in the country, right? I've sailed from there 20 plus times. They know trouble sometimes when they see it. The dogs that work there know trouble when they smell it. And the cruise passenger tried to get off the ship, tried to get back to the country thinking he's just going to whistle by. He's walking and whistling, acting like no one's going to see what he's got going on. They stopped him. They said, no, this ain't right. We're going to do a search here. They searched and they found the goods. This happened just a couple of days ago. April the 20th is when this happened, which is a key date. I'll tell you why here in just a second. Here's what was found. 72 grams of heroin mixed with fentanyl. Not a good combo. And 72 grams, I didn't know. Is that a lot? Is that not a lot? I'm not from this world really that knows what exactly that is. I had to Google it. Google, don't think that I'm doing something wrong here. That's a lot. I figured out that 72 grams is quite a bit. That's quite a bit. 72 grams. Also, 96 grams of THC vape oil as well that they're bringing back as souvenirs. They're not giving away T-shirts. They're not giving away vanilla that they got. They're giving away some other stuff here. Customs and Border Patrol said no. Nope, that's not going to happen. I went and looked up the cruise port schedule for April the 20th, and there was one ship. Only one ship was around in Galveston, April the 20th, and it was not a Carnival cruise ship. This is not a Carnival cruise passenger. Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean was the ship. The Harmony of the Seas was the ship in port that the passenger was on. This news is just breaking, and I'm sure we'll hear more. This person was arrested. This person may be banned as well, as they probably should be from cruising. Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. And I think about the danger of this drug, heroin mixed with fentanyl. This person could have done damage on board. Putting this in other people's drinks, it's a reminder to stay vigilant while we're on board. We think that everyone's in a good mood. We think everyone's on board for a good reason. Always have your head on a swivel. Always take care of your drink, your food, the things you're doing. Watch out for others, your kids and elderly as well. I'm glad they found this. Kudos to Customs and Border Patrol there in Galveston, Texas. Let's talk about Carnival Cruise Line. They've got news. They're sharing some of their investments that they've had in their ships. 42 dry docks have taken place since the pandemic. Don't even say the word. Don't say the word. Don't say the word pandemic. It's in the past. It doesn't hurt anymore. Since the pandemic to the end of 2025, 42 dry docks. Some of these have been just traditional dry docks. We're going to have a facelift on the ship. We're going to change the carpets, change the beds, make sure the paint looks good. Some of these were full transformations from Costa ships becoming Carnival Cruise Line ships. About 42 is a large number. Carnival is proud of it. This is a $1.8 billion investment. It's a big investment to make sure ships are looking good for you and I. And we remember in the past when Carnival had these 2.0 upgrades. They were adding Guy's Burger to every ship. They were adding Alchemy Bar to every ship. They were adding Blue Iguana Cantina to every ship. And that's done. That wrapped up in 2020. And some people say there needs to be a Fun Ship 3.0 upgrade where some of the older ships now get some of the things that the newer ships have. And Christine Duffy said there's no plan for that necessarily. But there are some things that I think some ships that I've been on need. One of the biggest needs I think there is on the Carnival Dream. I have sailed on her so many times from 3 different U.S. ports of call: New Orleans, Port Canaveral, and Galveston. And there's no Red Frog Pub. No Red Frog Pub. There is a Red Frog Rum Bar on Lido Deck. No Red Frog Pub on Deck 5. The art gallery is still there. That needs to be done. Next dry dock, get the art gallery out of there. Put in Red Frog Pub. That could be a great upgrade, right? Name it the 2.0. Name it the 3.0 upgrades. I don't even care. Just get Red Frog Pub on the Carnival Dream. Shack's Chicken would be a good addition. Let's be clear, there's no plan to incorporate Shack's Chicken into other ships. It is on several Carnival ships, of course, XL class, the Radiance as well. But I love Shack's Chicken. I wish it was on other ships. That could be a 3.0 upgrade, I would think. Better waterworks for smaller ships. Several of the smaller ships still have like one slide. And I know there's limited space, but be creative. May have to go vertical in the space that's limited there. But I think better water park. This is coming from someone that enjoys the water park and someone who has kids that enjoy the water park. That could be done. Carnival, though, is that they are trying to make sure every ship has some of the same venues. I know Heroes Tribute Bar and Lounge has been added to several ships. But I wanted to ask you, are there certain venues or certain items on ships that you love and you go to another ship in the Carnival fleet and they're not there? Call out some of the things just as I have and let us know if Carnival should have this 3.0 upgrade system where all the ships have some of the same experiences. Let us know in the comments section below. We're going to stay with Carnival. I wanted to share this itinerary. They're in the middle of this cruise, a 29-day cruise. 29 days. When I hear that, I think, let's book it, let's go. There's some of you who say, nope, I'm out. I'm not doing it. I can't do a cruise for that long. I can't take off work, or I can't live on a ship that long. I get excited about this. This journey, it's a Journeys cruise, left Australia. It's headed to Seattle. The Luminosa, of course, will start the Alaskan season there in just a little bit of time. But the ship, during these 29 days, visited several ports of call in Japan. It is visiting Alaska and will end in Seattle. That is where the Luminosa will have 20 different cruises every single Thursday, 7-day cruises to Alaska. The Spirit is there as well. She's going to be there for 20 weeks, and then she'll go back to Australia. But I think about this 29-day cruise, and I think about sailing across the world, really, Japan, and all those stops in Japan would be so cool. And then to see Alaska this early in the season would be really cool as well. And just 29 days. I think about like my casino budget. How do I manage the casino for 29 days? Do I not play for like the first 2 weeks or maybe the first 3 weeks and then I play? Do I have a small budget every day? Do I have a rule that if I lose, I can't play for 2 days or 3 days? If I win, I can play the next day. Do I say I can only go once a day? I think about that. I think about how many times do I have late night pizza? I think about really over the course of a month. You can't really pig out. You can't eat everything like you would maybe in a 4, 5, 7-day cruise. You got to be more conservative. You have to eat more like you do at home. Otherwise, you would gain 20 pounds in 29 days. I think about that, but I could do it, and I would want to do it. I want to know if you would do it as well. Let us know in the comment section below. Last thing I wanted to share with you, I thought this was good news, and I know we talk about this from time to time, but chair hogs, those people that wake up at the butt crack of dawn when the rooster crows, they go to Lido Deck, they lay all their stuff there, they may get in the pool, they may go back to bed, they may go to breakfast, but you don't see them for a long time. And you get up at 9, 10, you're looking for a chair to lay out and enjoy some sun, and you're like, no one's been in that chair for a long time. These chair hogs, they lay all their stuff down. Norwegian Cruise Line is the latest to get in the game. We've seen Carnival do this. We've seen Royal share announcements about this. Now Norwegian is saying we're doing the same thing. Starting at 10 o'clock a.m., we're going to start monitoring their chairs. And if we notice that there's stuff in a chair, objects and belongings in a chair, but no one has been there for a long time, we're going to mark that chair. Bam. We're going to mark it. But it's interesting because they're giving cruisers an hour, 1 hour to get back to their chair, to get their belongings, to enjoy and sit in their chair, or they're going to pick up the stuff and hold it so that chair would now be available for someone else looking for a chair. An hour is a long time, but Norwegian is saying maybe the person is in the pool, and maybe they stay in the pool for an hour. Maybe they're at the water park, and they're riding the slides 3 or 4 times. That could take an hour. Maybe they are at breakfast. Maybe they're in the bathroom. Maybe they had to run back to the cabin. An hour, though, is a long time. You know, a lot of times we see around 30 or 40 minutes with other cruise lines that they start to confiscate these items. But an hour is a long time. I think it's fair, though. I'm just glad that they're watching because these chair hogs are a real thing. And you will see chairs that have belongings on them and no one will be there for a half a day. Makes me mad. Makes me mad. But Norwegian is watching, and I am okay with that. Of course, remember on your different cruise ships and cruise lines, there are different areas for you to enjoy. I know that midship Lido deck is popular. It's where everything's going on. There's games there. There's the DJ there. It's close to the buffet and things like that for most ships. But remember, there are other places as well. There's Serenity area. There's other decks even sometimes. Some of the lanai decks that are lower down, deck 5 or 6, that have loungers. Just remember that there are other places in the case that you get to midship Lido deck and all the chairs are taken. You can go other places as well. Islanders, that is the cruise news for today. If you stayed around this long, I appreciate it. Before you leave, give us a thumbs up and help us reach our goal. Let's see if today, April the 22nd, we can get to 32,032 subscribers. That would be cool. That'd be really cool. That was my old number. We can't wait to see your thoughts in the comments section below. We'll see you on our Facebook page and tomorrow right here on Island Time.